do some kinds of music move some people, but not others? This is a question that a Metallica concert recently left me with.
Metallica is
hope, freedom, escape.
Every fan has a story.
Why are you listening to this white people music?
It didn't fit like the stereotype.
You're doing something different than everybody else.
I want to hear them. I want to hear them all.
Some of the band's many fans were recently interviewed for a new documentary called Metallica Saved My Life. Metallica, of course, is one of the most successful heavy metal bands of all time. They've got fans in countries from Japan to Botswana and who travel the world to see them perform. But this kind of passion mystifies me. How can American heavy metal music bind people across the globe so closely? And how come I can't experience these feelings when listening to Metallica?
The Metallica subculture in Botswana is completely different. We have an identity here. It gives me the lion heart.
Music is, of all the art forms, the most easily accessible. We don't have a lot of original oil paintings on our walls and things like that, but we can have an awful lot of music.
Susan Rogers is a former record producer and sound engineer. She's also co-author of the book, This Is What It Sounds Like, What the Music You Love Says About You.
Think about who would want to feel as though they have a lion heart. Perhaps people who are under duress, people who need to be brave, people who are struggling and being challenged by others. It would feel great to feel powerful and strong and brave and driven, which metal music is giving us, if we like it.
Rogers teaches music and cognition at the Berklee College of Music. She says neuroscience research confirms that music strikes a major chord in shaping how we feel and see ourselves. Scans show that our brain circuits retrieve memories of our unique life experiences when we recognize patterns in music and like what we hear. So it's no surprise when another fan in the Metallica documentary says,
Growing up in Civil War, I found the music that had been the soundtrack to my life.
Our auditory processing circuitry goes from our ears to the whole rest of the brain. But in particular, it activates our sense of self, and it goes through the thalamus. The thalamus is responsible in part for emotions.
In other words, we've evolved to feel sounds before we think about them. It led the late neuroscientist Jack Panskep to characterize sound as an invisible form of touch.
That's what he wants, is heaven. He wants that angelic sound.
John Lucchese is a music producer and Metallica fan in Oakland, California. For him, Metallica frontman James Hetfield's voice provides the perfect blend of novelty and familiarity. He explains as we listen to the band's landmark 1988 song, One.
I can't remember anything, can't tell if this is true or dream. Deep down inside I feel the scream, this terrible silence stops in there.
There's so much drama deep in his eyes. You know what I mean? Stop. Right there?
Yeah.
He says, stop me. It's very guttural and barbaric.
Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh, please, God, help me.
But this growly male timbre doesn't resonate with me. It turns out that I'm not part of the Metallica family because the kinds of melody, lyrics, and rhythms that I like and that activate my brain circuits are different. Growing up, my mother kept a lot of soul and R&B music in the house, and I found my release by dancing in nightclubs.
Just because a piece of music isn't serving a function for you that it does for others doesn't mean that there's anything out of whack with your own music listening brain.
My brain is more tuned to female soloists, and the music of someone Susan Rogers used to work for as a sound engineer.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life.
So I do belong to a global musical congregation. It's just not the same one as Metallica's.
Whatever you want to put on that, religion, cult, family, whatever label, I don't care. It's a gathering of like-minded people that are there to celebrate life. It's called Metallica.
People from all over the world share similar emotional experiences that make Metallica's music the perfect release for them. It's just that my brain circuits recognize the patterns in Prince's melodic vocalizations more readily than James Hetfield's guttural growls. For Philosophy Talk, I'm Sarah Lai Sterland.